Let me just tell you, if you're still planning week to week, 2026 will eat you alive. It's going to, I know from experience, you need to get ahead of the year. I know because that used to be me. I have had the tendency to wait last minute to plan, to be stressed out every Saturday night. And I don't want that for you. And so over the years, I've developed a system, and I'm going to share it with you so you don't have to be stressed out every Saturday night or Sunday morning thinking, oh, I didn't think through all these things. There's a way to plan ahead so that you can actually plan well and not just react. So I'm going to show it to you today. So the first thing you want to do, this category, is we want to plan from the top down. Plan from the top down. Down. What does this mean? Well, it means zoom out. Zoom out so you can see the bigger picture, and you plan your big things first, like big seasons or series. So think, what are we doing this series, this season? The good thing about churches is a lot of times they take seasons and they put them into series. So like at my church, we take an Old Testament passage in the spring, then we take a break in the summer and usually do a Psalm series. And then in the fall, we do a New Testament passage and or a book of the Bible. You can also in this category think through holidays or time of year. So coming up right around the corner is New Year's. I can't spell. Or Christmas. Actually hasn't happened yet at the time of filming this. Those are special times of year that we're going to need to plan something. Also, Easter will be here before you know it. These are big blocks that we know are coming, big times of the liturgical year that we really need to plan something special around. And the regular series or season is what's in between all of that. So think about that. Have a planning meeting with your pastor. Think through what series we're going to be in, what's the vibe, what's the theme, and what we're doing. Okay, next step. That was number one. Number two, then ask the question, scripture. What is the scripture that is going to be taught in these seasons or series? Or what's the theme? Now, you might not know all of this stuff too far in advance. I'm fortunate enough to where my pastor maps out his whole preaching calendar for the year because we really only have 3 series. We usually pick a book of the Bible. It's fall right now as I'm recording this, and we are in the book of Matthew, and we just take it section by section. And so I put all of those into Planning Center. Maybe I can show you a little screenshot right now of what that looks like. And I at least know, even if I never communicate again with my pastor, I at least know the text that he is going to preach from. And that's been super valuable. If your pastor doesn't give you that, maybe you can ask him, or at least ask the theme, like, where are we going? Once we know that, then we can start picking out songs. Think through existing songs that you want to do that matches with the theme, and what new songs do you want to add that will help support this theme or the series that you are in. Then from there, you make sure that you have the teams assigned to accomplish all these goals. I actually post my teams first. If you want to know how I do things, my teams, I try to schedule out 2 months in advance. I don't always do this, but this is my goal. Teams 2 months in advance, songs 1 month in advance. Wow, why so early? Well, I plan early because I have the information I need, but I want to schedule my teams because I don't want them to feel like a commodity. That's big to me. And I schedule my songs a month early so that I know they've had 2 months to commit. Then they have 1 month to learn the songs. I want it to be a joy to serve on my team. And one of the biggest things that takes away joy from a musician is not getting them their resources soon enough. And so I try to post my songs a month in advance. Sometimes things change, yes, and sometimes we pull or a vocalist switches out and we have to change the key. That's fine, but for the most part, those songs are being planned a month in advance. If you haven't done that yet and you're thinking, oh, I usually pick them out the Thursday or the Saturday before we sing, I would encourage you, I'm challenging you, 2026, to do this. Let me know down in the comments if you're actually going to. So how do I do this? Well, if you haven't noticed here, this is my brand new, well, it's not brand new, it's just updated for 2026. This is my digital worship planner that's designed to do this very thing, to help you do this. So you get started here. There's some instructions. We're going to go straight to January, and it's an interactive thing. All the dates are in here for you. So let me lasso this because I was demonstrating something earlier and I want to delete that. What's cool is you can see all the months that are coming up. So you can look at February, March. Let's just go to December of 2026. And I know that Christmas is going to be on the 25th. So my Christmas Eve service is Eve. And this is Christmas. Actually, you know what? Let's do a tree. We'll do a green tree. Does that look like a Christmas tree? Let's make a star. Oh, look at that. Man, we're getting creative. I love it. Let's go back to January. And let's say in January, we are going to start a series in Hebrews. So I know that I could just write Hebrews on here. So let's pick a nice color. Hebrews for the month of January. And I have my 4 Sundays. I can make some quick notes here. I could also look at my wins and my losses from the previous month. And then what do I want to do more or do less going into the next month? You can zoom in, make your pencil real small and write it right here. I want to do more of, what do I want to do more of? Oh, planning ahead. I want to do less stress. If you mess up, you can just click the eraser and, just erase stuff. The beauty of digital planning. What's also cool about this is you can go, I've designed it week by week. So I give you spots to plan, to stay organized for every day of the week. So maybe you have some meeting notes that you want to write down, like let's see, you have no drummer, January 1, or whatever the date is, January 4th, acoustic set. Okay, I need to remember that. What's the liturgy flow? Maybe this year we're going to try something different. We're going to do a welcome. We're going to do the call to worship. Maybe before we even sing anything. We usually do a song first. Call to worship. And then music. Singing. I'm going to be big on not calling the music part worship. When people say, hey, worship was great today, I'm going to be nice, not necessarily just correct them immediately, but I'm going to use the language that I need to convey singing and music instead of worship. Because all of this is worship. Preaching or sermon, communion, baptism, testimony. And then we have the benediction. And maybe one week is going to look different. And during staff meeting, you can take these notes and immediately apply them. Maybe the next week on Tuesday, you know that you need to do something specific. I also put some cues in here, like schedule your band members. Don't forget, here's a checklist. Like, oh, I already did that. Oh, my song. No, I did not do that. No, I've not uploaded my chord charts and stuff. I'm helping you out. Another cool thing is pastoring. Hey, worship pastor, we need to pastor our people. So how do we do that? How do you pastor your people? Well, one way is to plan your call to worship right here as you're thinking through the month. What do I want to convey during this series? How am I not going to overstep the sermon, but I can match the theme of the sermon? You can plan these call to worships right here. People you need to connect with. Pastors connect and shepherd people. Ideas of songs to introduce. You can write those right here. Prayers, speaking transitions. I do all that right here. Scriptures and other readings that we might want to do. Like you might want to do a creed. We read the Nicene Creed and the Apostles' Creed, I think on the first week of the month, maybe the second week of the month. You'd think I would know. I can't remember. You do all that right here. As far as leading your team well, you can put a to-do list down. I'm big on to-do lists, scheduling notes, resourcing notes, audition notes if you're taking auditions, rehearsal devotions as you're leading your team. What do you want to walk them through? It might be just walking them through your call to worship. And I love doing that, taking my call to worship that I'm going to say on Sunday and go ahead and say it to the team on Wednesday night. That's an excellent way to go ahead and communicate it. But maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you want to use Leading Worship Well's done for you worship devotions, which we've also done. You can plan that here. Maybe you want to do your own devotion. You can plan that right here. And then the stage layout design, you can think through all that stuff. It's also some goals and how to create things. You can write down your goals and habit tracker. And, even for you financially minded people, you can take care of your purchase orders right there and stay organized that way. So that's one way that I do it. I use the digital worship planner, but you don't have to do that. But I do want you to organize your thoughts and have a planning strategy to go through the things that we talked about. For you, you might be big on just using Google Docs to write down, or maybe Apple Notes. I'm big on using tasks also on my phone. Let's see, I don't want to give away what I'm doing here, but I have all these different folders of tasks, of things that I might want to do, things coming up in the future. So I use tasks when someone comes up to me on a Sunday and says, hey, I want to talk to you about this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm definitely going to forget this because I don't even remember your name or whatever. And I'll just say, hey, let me write this down, or write your name and email down on this notes. And that way I won't forget. That's where I dump my to-do list in my tasks, and then I can organize my thoughts later on this, or maybe even like a Google Calendar, whatever's good for you. The digital worship planner is good for those of us who get distracted easily with technology. Like you pick up your phone to do something and all of a sudden you're on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. This helps you have the benefit of like planning and writing with your hands so that you can remember, but not on paper where you might lose it, and you can decorate it. There's even stickers for you. Some of you might want to play with stickers. I do. You take your lasso tool and you're like, you saw the arrow at the beginning, but maybe I want this circle right here because I'm trying to, let's see, you can duplicate it or you can copy it. Now let's go to week 1 and we're going to paste it. Boom, right there. Resize it. Maybe I just want Monday to be a note. And then I want to duplicate it and put one down here and duplicate it again and put one right here. And just, make it fancy. Make it pretty. You can do that down here on stickers. I made stickers that I thought you would like. Do you like them? Let me know down in the comments. These banners are pretty cool. I love the banners. Paste. And I can put that right there. And then I can write something cool on it like, what do you think? So just to recap, zoom out a bit, plan from the top down, think through the series, the season, what are we in, where are we going, then think through scripture, theme. If you don't know that information, get that information from your pastor. Maybe it's you and you need to get your thoughts organized. Then you plan the songs or the liturgical elements that you want to incorporate. What songs do we not want to do again? What do we like and what new songs do we want to do? Then plan your teams, make sure they are well resourced, and then execute the services. Have great services. Make sure people are engaged. And if you struggle with people being engaged in your services, and you're like, we're doing all this stuff, but no one seems to care, I put together a free gift for you. It's called my 6-day guide to better engagement, I think is what I called it. I probably need a better title. Anyways, it's my free gift to you. It's everything I do during the week, practical steps to ensure that my people are coming ready to sing, ready to be engaged. Go grab that for free. My free gift to you. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you want to see next, or maybe some of your big struggles. I would love to pour into you and at least share the wisdom that I have. Thank you for being here. See you in the next one. Bye.